Have you ever felt like you're just drifting through life, checking off boxes but not really feeling fulfilled? You're working hard, you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, but that deep sense of purpose just seems elusive. What if I told you the problem isn't your work ethic but your starting points? Today we're going to flip the script and talk about a powerful, counterintuitive concept, designing your life backward. It's all about the creative power of living from the end. Now, this might sound a bit strange, maybe even a little morbid, but stick with me, because this isn't about dwelling on the end of life. It's about using the end as your ultimate North Star. Think of it like this. When you plan a road trip, you don't just get in the car and start driving randomly, right? No, you pick your destination first. You decide you want to go to the Grand Canyon, and then you figure out the best route, the stops along the way, and what you need to pack. Living from the end is the exact same principle, but for the grand journey of your life. So what does it actually mean to live from the end? It means you start by defining what a successful, happy, and fulfilled life looks like for you at the very end. Imagine yourself at 80 or 90 years old, sitting in a rocking chair, reflecting on your journey. What stories do you want to tell? What accomplishments will make you smile? What relationships will have brought you the most joy? What regrets do you hope to have avoided? This isn't about creating a perfect, flawless life. It's about defining what matters most to you. The first step is to get radically clear on your ultimate vision. And I mean really clear. Don't just say, I want to be happy. What does happy look like? Does it mean being surrounded by a loving family? Does it mean having traveled the world? Does it mean building a company that changed an industry or mastering a skill like painting or playing the guitar? Get specific. Write it down. This is your destination. This is your personal Grand Canyon. Maybe for you, success means financial freedom so you can spend your time on passion projects. Or maybe it means a deep sense of community and connection. There's no right or wrong answer, only your answer. Once you have that crystal clear image of your end game, the magic begins. This vision becomes the filter through which you make all your present-day decisions. Every choice, big or small, can be measured against one simple question. Does this move me closer to or further away from my ultimate vision? Suddenly, your daily actions are no longer random. They have a purpose. They become intentional steps on a path you've designed. Let's take a practical example. Say a core part of your end-of-life vision is being physically healthy and active, able to play with your grandkids without getting winded. Now, when you're faced with the choice between hitting the gym or hitting the snooze button, it's not just about a single workout. It's about honoring the commitment you made to that future version of yourself. The choice becomes easier because it's aligned with a much bigger why. Or maybe your vision involves writing a novel. With that end goal in mind, carving out 30 minutes to write each morning isn't just another chore on your to-do list. It's a non-negotiable step toward becoming the person who has written that book. You're not just hoping it will happen someday. You're actively being the person for whom that outcome is inevitable. This is the creative power of living from the end. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. You're not just a passenger anymore. You're the architect. This mindset shifts you from a state of hoping for the best to a state of making it happen. It gives you a profound sense of agency and control. Now, this process can be uncomfortable. It forces you to confront what you truly want and what you've been doing that doesn't align with it. It might mean letting go of certain jobs, relationships, or habits that are holding you back, even if they're comfortable. For example, if your vision is a life of adventure and travel, but your current job keeps you tied to a desk 50 weeks a year, this backward design process will highlight that conflict. It will force you to ask tough questions and maybe make some brave changes. It's about courageously editing your life to match your deepest values. But here's the beautiful part. It simplifies decision-making. We're bombarded with choices every single day. Should I take this job offer? Should I move to a new city? Should I invest in this course? When you're living from the end, you have a powerful framework to evaluate these opportunities. That job offer with the fancy title and big salary might seem great, but if it requires 80-hour weeks that take you away from your family, a core part of your end-of-life vision, then you know it's not the right path for you. You're no longer swayed by shiny objects, you're guided by your soul's compass. This isn't a one-and-done exercise either. Your vision can evolve. Just as you might update your travel itinerary, you should revisit your life's destination regularly. Check in with yourself every 6 months or every year. Ask yourself, is this still what I want? Has my definition of a fulfilling life changed? This keeps your vision fresh, relevant, and authentically yours. Life happens, we grow, and our priorities can shift. The key is to remain the conscious designer of your journey. So how can you start today? Grab a journal and find a quiet space. I want you to try a little thought experiment. It's called the Eulogy Exercise. Imagine you're at your own funeral. Again, not morbid, but clarifying. What would you want your closest friend, your partner, or your child to say about you? What impact did you have? What qualities defined you? Were you kind, brave, generous, creative? This isn't about ego, it's about legacy. It's about identifying the core values you want to embody. Write down the key themes that emerge. These are the pillars of your life's design. Maybe it's lifelong learner, devoted partner, creative force, or compassionate friend. Once you have these pillars, start brainstorming what daily or weekly actions would support them. If lifelong learner is a pillar, what does that look like today? Maybe it's reading for 20 minutes, signing up for a language app, or watching a documentary instead of scrolling. You start building the habits of the person you want to become. By living from the end, you give yourself the greatest gift of all, a life lived on purpose. You stop letting the years slip by and start making the years count. You infuse every day with meaning because you know it's a building block for the masterpiece that is your life. It's about living with the end in mind, not in fear. So I challenge you today. Take some time to think about your destination, design your life backward, and then live forward into that beautiful vision. Thank you so much for watching. If this idea resonates with you, give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. What's one thing that would be part of your ideal end-of-life vision? I'd love to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on living an intentional life. See you in the next one.